There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Kentucky Wildcats. Taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bears will put total under to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The inside handoff. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You want to get the crowd out of the game? Make it boring. Pound the football. Run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Dropping back, it's Ward. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot.
There he goes. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
How about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Moore.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The give to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gets rid of it. Grab near the sticks. It's Finley. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind them.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Working the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Gets open down the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. Got to get a big game. Got to get that first down. Nice job. Great nose for the first down.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Bears are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Up-tempo for the offense. Here comes the heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the boot, looking for his man. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around.
He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Baylor! The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
On to attempt to try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Virginia is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oklahoma. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Ward. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got away.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Zings it complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's complete on the right side. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Looking for a man. It's Ward. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop. That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Kentucky will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Here's the pressure. Got his man out of the backfield. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. And that spin move kept the play alive and let this guy pick up a few extra yards. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know...
Turning it on! The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown Bears! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Dropping back, it's Ward. Using the quick game. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
They'll try to snap it quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. catch in the middle. It's Finley. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Wants to throw again. Looking deep. Wide open. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Kentucky! Once he got some room, it was over. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. And the Bears headed quickly to the line.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Oh, they're after him. He's going to let it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Complete to the left. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Bears are on the move.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Ward. Got his man. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game. A lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. And then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be their first. They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. They are all over that one. They tried the fake, and no one, and I mean no one, was fooled.
Well, they were trying to get clever. They thought they had the right look for that fake punt. We give the defense a lot of credit. They were expecting it.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. It's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. A first down run on the doorstep. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the
throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Bears in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
They punt it away on fourth down. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Back to throw, it's Ward. Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 45 on its way. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Grabbed in the middle. It's Finley. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Pocket breaking down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Just a little off. Incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his man. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Got out of trouble and throws. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, that ball landed incomplete, but you saw the quarterback's speed, and you saw how big of an asset that is for this offense. There was a good pass rush, but he was easily able to avoid the defenders and at least give himself an opportunity to complete that throw.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry up. Here's a heat. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll pull it down. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Now across the 50 and at the 48-yard line. They'll have it 1st and 10. He wants to go deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. This time on target. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And the Bears has come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Offense, quick tempo. The play action fake. Skips away from pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man off right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. He leaves it with the back. Very useful run there to get away from the goal line. He'll pick up 4 out to the 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these 2 guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day. And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He's got it down the middle. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Fires to the big fella. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Ward. Quickly out to the tight end. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Finley. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this football.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. It's complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Bears moving quickly to the line.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost him a big play on 1st down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Zings it complete to the right. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They just keep firing. Right on the money. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Quickly complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He's got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and...
Oh, he's got some space. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have. And this team kind of proven, like, listen, they're worth the ranking. They're probably going to continue to climb up the charts, handling their business early in the season against a pretty dang good team.
And I think at the end of the year, when the committee's meeting together and they're deciding which teams are going to reach the playoff, this is a game they're going to point back to. Hey, we wanted to find out more about...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off play action on first down. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Caught. Makes one man miss. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
This offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He's got it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll run play action. He'll pull it down and run. Blast it as he lets it go.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked.
He's looking deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes one. Intercepted deep in his own end. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
He made that look a lot easier